I knew
So
nothing.
you're interested to the personality behind the objects?
Absolutely, and that was so necessary for me at that time because
Let me interrupt you. That explains to me a lot about your change of look. Because you changed look so strongly.
Oh yeah?
I mean, you look so cool now. Before you used to look a little more nerdy. No,
But
seriously.
I'm quite a nerd,
Because
actually.
now you look so fashionable, so cool. No, seriously. In the image that you give around, there was, but even in your project, let me be very sincere with you.
Okay.
I think that your projects are improving time by time. You know, really, I always see better things coming from you. And your look, you're becoming so cool. You know, I'm almost scared to introduce you to my wife. No, but seriously, you're very cool. You know, but it's interesting to work yourself. That's why I'm interested when you say that you like the men behind the things, because they are together in a way. I mean, that's definitely my point of view. They are together.
Yeah.
So you don't deny yourself as the creator of your things.
No,
you want to match them. You want to match the beauty of Mito. You want to match the beauty of Miura.
Yeah. I think these projects, they are our children in some way, and of course we are authors more than people giving us service. Design is, anyway, the kind of practice we do. It's an authorship. It's about that. I think this is more our role than the kind of the ideals, which in a way I grew up with then studying design. This idea of a democratic design, of design for masses. It interested me, and I think this is relevant to design, but it took me.
But this doesn't mean that it doesn't have to be beautiful, super beautiful.
No, and it doesn't mean that it doesn't, that it shouldn't be subjective and very personal. I thought the Mendini exhibition in the Triennale is fantastic, just because you see that it's so subjective, it's so personal, it's a knowledge of someone, and that knowledge is so, that's what the world needs, the knowledge of individual people, and whenever we try to please everyone, I'm for democracy, but democracy in the practice of design, I think is kind of can turn into something
tyrannic,
quite diluted and not at all as powerful, and all the beautiful things we admire in the history of art and the history of design, those things that matter, they are by individuals.
They sweat personality.
Yeah. And in the way, just because they are so personal, because they are so, let's say, exclusive, in the end they become democratic because they create interest for a lot of people and they influence a lot of people, and it's really like it's the idea of the avant-garde is that it is a very small kind of a small elite that is ahead of everyone else. Because they're ahead, they can say or write or paint or build things that nobody would have been able to even imagine, and those things then become so informal for everyone. They become a reference. I mean, think of all sorts of there's so many examples. The Bauhaus was totally elitist. Then now we claim the Bauhaus is democratic.
Right, they
Memphis
evolution.
was some.
They helped the evolution.
Yeah, and it's like that. I don't know how we came to talk about that, but
that's not important. It's important where you go, not where you are. And it's like when if you were a bunch of cavemen, and one of us came with the idea of the ruota. How do you say, with the
wheel.
Of the wheel,
yeah.
And you say, wow, the wheel, guys, the wheel! That's points of evolution, definitely. I definitely think so. I mean, and you know what I admire a lot about you? That you didn't fall in the trick of the art design. You know what I mean? That you're always going after the production for masses. Then it's not like that because the numbers are not production for masses, but at least you don't want to go into art galleries. That's something that really I admire from you, because many of us are going in that direction, and looks like you're not attracted from that sirens.
I have to.
Sirens.
No, I have to. I think I want to differentiate it, because I'm not against the design gallery. I'm not against those people who do it for the right reasons. I think the problem with design, art, whatever you call it, is that a lot of it has in the last 5-6 years has been done for wrong reasons, for the wrong motives, for greed, for a kind of the illusion that a lot of money can be made fast. But originally the design gallery is really important, and the one-off, even the experiments, the prototypes, they've always been really important in the history of design. And I mean, think of Sotsas. It was so important, of all the kind of his own side productions of small things, ceramics he did at the same time as he was working for Olivetti, and for sure there's some experiences of his ceramics in the Olivetti project. And I think the same is true for Mark Dewson. Mark Dewson always did these kind of gallery pieces, but he's also a designer who designs aircraft and really industrial products. And so I think there's something interesting and relevant in this kind of production of prototypes, of one-offs, of very individual work. But for myself, I don't know, I never found, I think I would do it if I find the right project for myself. Maybe I'm too lazy, maybe I'm just more attracted by, or more challenged by industry, by that idea of production, serial production, repetition. Even though, and this is quite true, a lot of those projects which have this idea of industry, are produced in very low volume. But it's still it's more a mental, it's an attitude of mind to think that something is something is designed to be more than one, even only if you make two. It's already a difference. And I'm always attracted by that. So, and I love the professional, the context of the dialogue of working with an industrialist, a producer, an engineer, all of this kind of environment. I like that.
There are not so many designers from Germany. I mean, how do you find yourself in Munich? There's a lot of because doing these interviews, we understood that the location where you work is very important to the consistency of your work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So how is it to work in Munich?
It's fantastic for the consistency, because it's actually it's a very remote place. So I'm there quite on my own. I don't discuss my work very much with people in Munich. I discuss it with friends that maybe anywhere, or with the producers which are not in Munich but somewhere else. But for me, the remoteness of Munich
helps you in a way.
It helps me. It helps me this kind of the retreat, the loneliness, the concentration. I think in the end it's the concentration, and I need that concentration to work, and so that I guess that's why I'm okay to be in Munich.
Do you have a fast car?
Not a sports car, but it is a fast car.
And you have a motorbike as well?
No, not a motorbike.
4 wheels.
4 wheels.
Our caveman would have given us 4 wheels and say, okay, now go fast.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Konstantin,
love driving. Yeah.
talking with you, I know why so many people loves you. You know, I love you too.
Thanks very much. It was really nice.
Thanks again.
Thank you. Thanks.